Okay, so here we are inside the QuickBooks setup process. Welcome, we're glad you're here, and it's just going to walk us through the basics of this business. Because we're doing this as a practice company, I am going to put my last name in here so that I know this is my practice company, and we're going to say this is my legal business name. Click Next. The next question is, how have you been managing your finances? So in this case, we're going to say spreadsheets or pen and paper because we have been keeping records, but we haven't been doing it in any software yet. Now, if you were doing your books in QuickBooks Desktop version, it would then be telling QuickBooks that you may need some help migrating your data over. So this question would ask you what your industry is. What QuickBooks wants to do is it wants to assign a chart of accounts that's based on a typical chart of accounts for a typical business in a particular industry. So in this case, we're going to say that this is a retail business. So we're going to say all other miscellaneous store retailers except tobacco stores. So whatever your industry is, when you start to type that in there, it will bring up some choices for you to choose from. Okay, next question is about the legal form of the business. And part of what's going to happen with your choice here is it's going to tell QuickBooks what tax form you're going to be using. And your tax form is going to make some determinations as to how your accounts are classified and where they're going to be placed on your financial statements. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it very easy for your data, your financial statements, to feed into tax prep software. So in this case, we originally thought we were going to be an S Corp, but because of the investment we got from the sharks, we are now going to be a regular C Corp. The next question is, how does your business make money? So we are going to provide services and we're going to sell products. Next question, what is your main role? In this case, we are going to pick bookkeeper or accountant. If you're not a bookkeeper or an accountant, you can choose owner or partner. If you're an employee of a company, you're going to choose employee. And what this is going to do is it's going to look at, and what this does is it starts to give QuickBooks an idea as to what type of user you're going to be for QuickBooks. So we're going to say bookkeeper or accountant, click Next. Now QuickBooks wants to know who works at this business. So in our case, we're going to say we have employees, we have contractors, we have a few partners and owners. Now, if you don't have employees, but you plan to have employees in the future, you're going to click the We Plan to Hire in the Future. And if it's just you as a business owner, you can say only the owner. Now, because we just told QuickBooks that we have employees, their next step is to offer us a subscription to their payroll service. And this can be a really good thing to do. Outside payroll services or working directly through QuickBooks payroll service can really save a lot of time and headaches. So something you want to consider at some point in time. At this point, for this test company, we're going to say, no, I don't want to add payroll. We can do it later if we choose to. Now, QuickBooks is asking us, what apps do you use for your business? And apps are part of what makes QuickBooks really, really valuable because you can hook up other apps that are going to pull in data from things like Shopify, or it can connect with an email program like MailChimp to help you keep in touch with your customers. So a lot of different apps that are really valuable. In this case, we're going to say skip for now, and you can always go back and add apps at a later point. Now, when we get to this screen where it says link your accounts and see everything in one place, QuickBooks has the ability, as we mentioned in the foundational videos, to hook up to your bank so that your bank can feed in your transactions directly. And this is for any bank accounts or credit card accounts. In this case, because this is not a live company, we're not going to be hooking up bank accounts. So we're going to say skip for now. And again, this is something you can set up later on. The next thing QuickBooks is looking for is what types of modules within QuickBooks do you need to access? So for example, if you were to say accept online payments, QuickBooks is going to say, hey, we have a program for that. If you say protect my business with insurance, then QuickBooks is going to say, hey, we have a program for that. In this case, we're going to look at organizing money in and out. We're going to enter and pay bills, invoice customers, track receipts and expenses. We're going to track time. We're going to manage inventory. We're going to pay employers and contractors. We're going to track sales. We're going to manage sales tax, and we're going to track mileage. All of those things is what we're going to do in QuickBooks. It's going to be a lot. And then QuickBooks goes through and says, okay, we just put all that stuff together for you. So that's it. That's the setup of the company. So once that's completed, what QuickBooks has done is it's built out your chart of accounts. It's built out your dashboard, and it's ready for you to go in and start to work. But as we'll see when we jump into the company, there are some things that perhaps are overkill for what we want to do, and there are things that we still need to do to set the company up and get it ready to go. So in the next video, we're going to look at the chart of accounts and whether it's adequate for us, whether it's overkill, whether we need to make some modifications, and oh, by the way, trust me, we do. So I will see you in the next video.